You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round, cycle.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How's everybody doing on You Can Do It Wednesday? I'm doing great. Matter of fact, I'm doing fabulous. I am doing awesome. Listen up.
We are learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round.
To those who are just tuning in, this is adionne-your-dream-pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And this is Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know, us extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And today's topic is honor your body's energy levels and emotions. Let me say it again. Honor your body's energy levels and emotions. Now, you're not going to believe how I came up with this one. This one was a wild card, and it really was a wild card. So, I have oracle cards. So, what that is, they're not tarot cards. For me, they're more like affirmation cards, you know? And they kind of keep me on track sometimes when I'm like, I need some encouragement, you know? So basically, they're angel cards. That's what they are, you know? It's like spirit cards, you know? So it's a deck of cards, and they have different things, different sayings, and different meanings behind them, and it goes based by your energy. And I'm going to tell you the truth, like it's been on point for me, like really. So much so that it's kind of scary. So I was in this dilemma. Wednesdays, you know, because I work, I don't get off until about 5:30. It's a little bit, I'm not going to say hard, but it's really rushed for me to get in the mindset of the show. So sometimes the topic will come the day before and I have time to at least put some bullet points together. Sometimes it'll come right when I get off work and I have some time. But then sometimes, like today, and as it has been in many podcast shows, I don't get the topic until a doggone 20 minutes or 15 minutes before the show. And therefore, I don't have as much time to kind of write out some thoughts or bullet points on it. I just gotta roll with it. And whatever comes out, comes out. And hopefully, each time you enjoy it and you get some good things out of it. You know what I mean? Um, hey, sis, Cynthia. Thank you for joining today. And blessings to you as well. Y'all can chat. I know I be talking, and sometimes I forget about the chat because I guess my prayer is that you really be listening so you forget about the chat too. Me, I try to stay on point, on focus, because I got to come off the top of the dome a lot of times. Nevertheless, I do welcome your interaction and I welcome your questions even after the fact and email um, adionne-your-dream-pusher at gmail.com. Always questions. I will definitely um, answer back. Okay. So, yeah, this topic came up because I was so stuck today. I, I really, I was like, I always have topics written down. Like right now, I have like a good 10 topics in my phone. But if I, this is perfect, perfect example. Because I honor my body's energy levels and emotions, just because I have topics written down, if I don't feel the energy for it or my emotions are not excited about that topic to talk about that day, I won't run with it because I feel like if I force the topic just because I think it's a good topic, it's not going to come out like the words are not going to flow like they should. And whoever needs to hear that message for that day might not be tuning in. So this is perfect, a perfect example as to what I mean. And so what I did was because I was so stuck and I usually meditate and everything, I didn't have as much time to meditate. So I'm like, Lord, okay, what am I talking about today? Okay, I had these other topics going around and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm prepared enough to talk about that. I really want to talk about this. And so my spirit was just like, pick a card. Pick pick one of your oracle cards. And the first one that I picked, um, now that I think about it, it kind of goes with this too. But this is the second card that I picked. And I was like, honor yours. Really, the card that says, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. That's what the definition of the card says. And the title of the card is Cycles and Rhythm. So I'm like, how I'm going to talk about this? And then as I kind of took a few deep breaths, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm thinking about different things. And actually, the topic kind of ties in some of the things that I wanted to talk about. So, this is what I do every time I come on the show. I honor my body energy levels and emotions. So, in other words, what gets me excited when I say it like that my endorphins, as they say, just fire off. And I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be a good topic to talk about today. I'm really feeling this. My emotions, I get so excited about it. My energy level, I'm hyped. And I'm just like looking at the clock, like, okay, come on. It's almost 7. And I'm just sitting there, like, ready to go on. But if it's a good topic, like I said a little bit earlier, but I'm not feeling it, I won't do that. Because I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm doing you a disservice. So wherever my energy goes, that's where I'm going. And I believe this is the reason why I'm able to just flow without reading any papers or writing scripts. I just go off of my emotions for that day or that time, you know? So I said in my description, you can wind up doing the opposite and just lose out. A lot of times, as people, human beings, we are sometimes attracted to things that is not good for us. And we know our emotions and our energy level is kind of on the fence about it. But yet, because sometimes that spontaneous energy takes over, we can get ourselves into something that if we would have been honoring our energy level or our emotions, I would say probably our emotions at that point, because our energy level was excited about this thing. So if you go in a store and all of a sudden you just in the store, you could be in the store with a friend, but then you see this sale. Now, you didn't go in that store to go shopping. You were just going with your friend to help your friend pick out some things. But yet, you see this sale going on, 50% off. All of a sudden, your energy, you get hyped. You're like, oh man, I really like this. This is 50% off. But yet, you don't really have that 50% right now. You don't really have that in your budget, even though it's 50%. But you just looking at the sale. So your emotions is like excited along with your energy. But then the other side of your emotions is saying to you, now you got to pay that mortgage. You got to pay that car note. You don't need this right now. You could come back and get this next week. But yet, you don't honor it. And then you go buy it. And then now you short on a bill. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, it's so many different ways that you can honor your energy levels and your emotions. Or, you know, I'm sure that when I had the title on there, everybody probably automatically thought when I said energy levels and emotions, probably thought about sex. Come on, y'all, get y'all mind out the gutters. But in that case, speaking of that, let's go there. I know this is supposed to be PG, but at PG, before PG, shit, these kids these days, please, they don't know what PG and rated R. They watching rated R everything anyway. But this is some knowledge. So when you see someone you're attracted to, um, you're just seeing them. You don't know what's going on far as in their head, as a person. You don't know what they have going on, but you're looking at them. You're looking at their face, their body, or whatever it is that you're attracted to when it comes to a man or a woman. And you like, oh, I want to get with him. I want to get with that one, you know? And thank you, Sin. That's right. Listen while you drive. Listen while you drive. I'm the radio station, okay? Turn off everybody else. So when you see that person, your energy levels are just firing off left and right, like and then your emotions are firing off, but if they're firing off because of their body or the way they look, then it's a lust for emotion. That's not emotion of, you know, compassion or just coming out of, oh, this is somebody that I feel I can grow a friendship with or something like that. You're just going straight for it. You just lusting off of this person. That's not honoring your body's energy levels and emotions, because if that's what you're looking at them for, you don't know what can come out of that. And then the thing about it is this. I talked about this in one of my past shows, and I'm going to have a more detailed show about this. Anybody that you connect yourself with physically, intimately, it creates a soul tie, you know? It creates an attachment, an invisible attachment that you don't even realize is going on. You know, you're exchanging spirits, you're exchanging um, more than just fluids. You're connecting with each other, you know, even if it's one time. So, this is the reason why I choose to practice abstinence um, for so long in between. I'm trying to tell y'all, I ain't gonna go there, but this is why I'm very selective, because I don't want to be tied with somebody that I don't want to be tied with. Now that I understand what it all entails when you are connecting your body energy levels and emotions with someone else. And then all of a sudden, because you didn't take the time to really know that person, to really learn that person, and then it goes, bad, you still have a part of that person that's attached to your spirit until you learn how to break the soul ties. See, I know how to break soul ties. So until you learn that, now you're walking around with all these different emotions, all these different types of energies going on within you, and you don't even understand why. Different parts of you have changed. Different parts of you have altered your mindset, your thought pattern, because you connected energy levels and emotions with someone else that you didn't get a chance to get to know. And when I say get to know, I mean really get to know. A lot of times people see each other and they are attracted to them, their energy and their emotions just like, oh, you know? And this is what happens. This is the type of world that we're living in. Everything is like so fast paced. Back in the day, they used to court, each other. Or well, the man used to court the woman. But now it's like, you know, on both sides. You see something you want and you going right at it instead of looking in and seeing where that person's energy level and emotions are. Are they stable? Is this person emotions stable? Is this a person that if we get into a relationship and it don't work out, they're going to turn into a fatal attraction on me? Next thing you know, I'm going to come outside, my car going to be all jacked up, my windows going to be busted out my house because I decided to move on and they saw me walking with another chick and it wasn't even nobody. It probably was your sister. This is what I'm saying. You don't check that stuff from the door, you can get yourself in a mess. I want to say another word, but you can get yourself in some real deep doo doo. Let's say that. So, this is all a part of honoring the cycles of your body. The cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. You know, anytime you're with someone, even if I'll say, you can leave this person alone. And I can attest for this. You can leave a person alone, years can go by, and then all of a sudden you see that person, and you know that this person is really not good for you, but because you done created this, you know, emotional and the energy tie, all of a sudden some of those same memories start to bubble up in your body, and it's like as if it was yesterday, you know? And you wonder why some people you just can't kick, you just can't um, get rid of, get off of you. You know, it's like, get off of me, for real, get off of me. But I'm going to tell y'all how y'all can break that. Basically, it's prayer. That's all I can say. That's how I did it. You just got to pray and just ask God to cut those energy levels and those emotional ties with people that you know are not benefiting you or never benefited you. You need to pray about that until you feel that, okay, you have control over your emotions. You have control over your energy levels when you get around that person, if you choose to still go around that person, you know? Um, so enough of relationships, because y'all know I try to touch all around the board because never know who's listening, and I really want to get to whatever your issue is dealing with the topic, you know? So another thing, even on a brighter note, when you honor your body energy levels and your emotions, your life can do a whole 360 turn. So, example, my visionary dreamers that I'm working with right now, um, and helping them with their projects, their dreams, their visions. I was talking to one today and helping her finish off the rest of her business paperwork. And she's just, her energy level is just off the roof. You know, it's so, I think it's like when I met her, she always had good energy, great energy, right? But when I planted the seed and I challenged her to get her business in order, I could see her energy level drop. And it wasn't that she didn't love what she was doing, but she knew that what I told her she needed to get into place needed to be done. And her energy and her emotions took a turn for the worse for a minute because she started talking to herself, her inner being, or not her inner being, but her subconscious started talking to her and telling her that this is going to be a hard thing to do. So therefore, if your subconscious is feeding you thoughts that's really not beneficial to you, that's really not beneficial to your dreams and your visions, then what happens? Your body energy goes down. Your emotions become weary, you know, you in your head. And but yet, if you decide to honor the energy and the emotions that's beneficial to you, life can change. So that's what it took her a little minute, but when she made that decision, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to honor this, and this is something I need to do, and this is something that I know I have to do. Once she changed her whole mindset, her energy levels changed, her emotions changed. She became this, like, I want to do it. What else? What's next? Like, she's, every time I see her, so excited. She's just on fire about her purpose. She's on fire about her purpose because she's honoring her energy levels and her emotions. And she knew that it was down. She said it. And she talks every time I see her, she's like, oh my gosh, Adionne, it's just like I can't stop. I go home and I'm just writing in journals and I'm just coming up with all these ideas and I'm just ready. I'm just so ready. I never felt this way before. And she said to me today, she was like, you really are a dream pusher. She was like, you just said it to me. You just let me go. And I was like, yes, because that's what I had to learn. Plant the seed and let it go. Let it grow in its own time, you know? But what challenged her emotionally and challenged her energy wise was because she had to see me after I planted that seed. And she said every time she saw me and she saw me moving and she saw how high my energy was, my energy level was just always on go. And I was always talking about things that I was accomplishing and things that I was working on for myself. And then she started listening to the podcast show. And then that set a whole nother fire under her feet. So with all of those things, it was just like, what was it going to do? But raise her energy level. Because it's just all positive energy every time she see me. Then she started listening to the show. It's all positive energy. All I talk about is the things that we need to do to better ourselves, to walk, just walk through that fear, to face things and face challenges, to jump over obstacles. That's what I talk about on this show. And the reason why I could talk about these things, these are things that I had to go through. These are things that I had to learn, you know, the struggles, how I came through them, how I got through them emotionally. How did I get through these struggles and the obstacles in my life and honor my energy level and my emotions, you know, the different things that I did to keep my energy up, to keep my emotions on, you can do this. This is not where you belong. This is just a situation. This is not who you are. I had to feel that for myself. I had to keep my emotions and my energy balanced in order for me to get through the rough times, in order for me to maintain the right energy level and the right emotions to raise my child by myself. See, when we don't honor that about ourselves, we're not just affecting us, we're affecting our loved ones too. So if we're off balance with either one of those things, our energy or our emotions, then guess what? Your loved ones become unbalanced because they don't even know what's going on with you. Sometimes if you got a spouse and they say something and then all of a sudden you just go off on them. Now they don't know what to say to you. Now they walking on eggshells. You know, I I went through that before, where I was going through a patch in my life, and my mom, she said to me one day, she was like, I don't even know what to say to you. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. What's wrong? But it was a season in my life that I felt like, you know what? I'm not where I should be at this time in my life. And I didn't realize that I was allowing my energy levels and my emotions to become unbalanced. I didn't realize I was letting where I was at that point in my life to affect who I am. You get it? You shouldn't let where you are at, if you're not where you want to be at this certain point in your life, You have to be careful to not let it affect who you are. Because if you allow that to affect who you are, you'll start doing things out of character. You'll start being with people that's really not your level. And I'm not saying that like anybody's better than anybody, but when you reach certain levels in your life, there are certain people that can pull you down. But if you're walking through life and you're feeling down, then that is what you're going to attract because it's all energy. Your energy attracts the way you feel, the way you think, the actions that you do, you know? That's what attracts more of the bad stuff, you know? When you look back through your life, I'm sure that you had an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, and you can say to yourself, what the hell was I thinking? If you see them somewhere, you just happen to bump into them, or social medias, they try to hit you up on social media, something like that. I'm sure y'all have had some exes hit y'all up on social media, and then you see their page and you see them, and you like, what the hell? What was I thinking? You know, where was I at that point in my life? And that was my boo. I was proud of him. I was proud of her. We all have them ex boyfriends and girlfriends that you just got to shake your head. But when you were with that person, that's where your energy level was. That's where your emotions were. You didn't think more of yourself. You didn't feel more of yourself. And that's why you were with that person, you know? Or the opportunities that come your way. Big opportunities that can change your life overnight. And you're not prepared for it because you're scared. You're scared to walk into the unknown. You're scared to take a chance on yourself, all because it makes you a little bit uncomfortable to do something new or to be with somebody new. Because sometimes we get in a comfort zone and we can date the same type of people, but then when it comes to somebody that emotionally you know is good for you, you know can help you to grow, but you're comfortable because you're still staying with people that you know are just, it's just a thing, you know what I mean? Or it's a sex thing, whatever it is, you're comfortable. They're not challenging you. So you don't want to get your emotions and your energy challenged. You know, you don't want to go to that next level. So you stay in a comfortable setting. You want to get close to, you know, that high green level on a bar, on a status bar, you know? These are the things that we have to understand about ourselves. We have to get this in order to grow, in order to accomplish the things in life that is for us to accomplish that purpose. You know, we have a lot of things on our plate sometimes, and of course, that could bring our energy levels and our emotions down. If we got a lot going on in our lives, you know, we're taking care of the kids, or we're taking care of our parents, or you know, just different things that can overwhelm us and drain our energy, drain our emotions. And then we don't have me time for ourselves, you know? And When that happens, that is something that, of course, can make your energy levels and your emotions unbalanced. And therefore, you're just skating through life. You put your dreams and your visions on the back burner. You leave them for tomorrow. You leave them for next year. You leave them for next month. But check this out. How do you know you're going to be here next year? How do you know you're going to be here next month? We got to stop putting things off. If you have a passion about something, about doing something, you might not be able to do the full picture of it, but what you can do is take one step at a time. Do one thing a day that is leading you towards your purpose, your dreams, and your visions. Because let's face it, we all have a lot of shit on us. Your shit is different from mine. But nevertheless, when you're a true adult, you got stuff going on, you know? So, this is what I'm saying about honoring your body energy levels and emotions. And if you're not, you're going through some health issues, that's because most of the time you're not honoring your body energy levels and emotions. When you know you're going through life and all of a sudden you feel extra tired, you feel, depressed, you're just not yourself. You're not as happy as you used to be. These are things that you need to check on. You need to find out, like, is it something that I'm eating? Um, is it because I need to start working out? Maybe I need to walk every day. You know, for me, what I've found that's really helping me a lot. I know this is something that y'all gonna be like, please. So I used to get up at 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. Then I brought it down to about 5 in the morning. But now I get up at 4 a.m. in the morning so that I can, excuse me, I can work out, which majority of the time I run up and down the steps. We have a lot of steps in here. So I run up and down the steps and I'll do some body, I say, I think they call it body weight exercise, whatever, meaning like I'll use the stairway bar to do my push-ups, to do, leg lifts and stuff like that in between running up and down the steps, or I go down the hall to our gym and work out after I do the steps, or I might come in and do some yoga stretches and stuff like that. But nevertheless, I get it in, okay? And I have the most amazing energy. Like, everybody else is like, I don't know how you do that. But then they be tired. And for some reason, I be all like the Energizer Bunny, you know? Because I take time. I find the me time for me. I know that, okay, I gotta pretty much be to work at 8:45, you might as well say, because we have our meetings in the morning. And then I get off at 5:30. Okay. So after 5:30, most of the time I don't feel like doing nothing else. Most of the time I want to come in and I want to work on my personal stuff. You know, I want to work on researching new things that I could get into, or I want to work on writing or this podcast show or anything that has to do with it. You know, so after I do my workout, then I usually set my day. I'll write down my to-do list. Um, I'll write down things that I already accomplished and I need to pretty much clean up a little bit, or things like that. So you have to find a way to what's best for you to get your energy level where it's supposed to be. Don't talk about your age and, oh, I'm old. Yeah, I'm about to be 48, and people swear that I'm in between my late 20s and my 30s. I get it all the time. And that's because I honor my body energy levels and my emotions. And as they used to say, I chin check myself. You know, I make sure that if somebody say something to me, if my son say, Mom, you're complaining, he will shut it down. My son will shut it down. He'd be like, all right, bye. You rambling. I'll be like, oh, my bad. All right. And I'll change up real quick, because what that does is when you complain, when you're, talking about things that hurt you over and over again with different people, that's going to keep your energy level down and your emotions low. So you got to start letting things go. Things, knowing like, okay, when I talk about this situation, my emotions, my energy just go real south. Okay, I need to get this out of my head. I need to pray for God to release these thoughts or these emotions or this attachment with this thing out of me, you know? Um, I noticed the 40-minute mark. I just really wanted to try to touch on different stuff. So if I didn't touch on everything, you already know there will be more shows to come. But I just want to take the time to thank everybody, thank my listeners. Um, well, not listeners, you're visionary dreamers. Thank you all for tuning in. I definitely got to chat back, because I noticed that when I get somebody that chat, if I don't do it, well, maybe I can, Cynthia, I will finish sending you a little text after the show. But thank you anyway. But I just want to definitely thank all of y'all. This is the 75th episode. And even though it's not enough time in a day for me to be on social media the way I would love to, God just keeps sending people to the show. And I appreciate that y'all appreciate the show. And just like today, because I honored what God put on my spirit to talk about, this is the reason why the show just flowed. Like, I literally did not have time to write anything down except for the title. So I could say that right. And maybe 3 bullet points. And when I say, trust me, y'all should see it. But I asked God each show to let Spirit talk through me and say the things that need to be said to my visionary dreamers, to those who are tuning in and need some encouragement or need some guidance, need to be guarded from bullshit. You know, we all need it. We all need it. But yes, you can check out the show on other platforms if you would love. Um, iHeartRadio, iTunes. Definitely download the app for Android users. Go to Google Play Store, Chronicles-of-Livin-podcast. Please download. Please rate it. Give me 5 stars. Leave a little comment. I appreciate that. Share the show with people you know. Okay? Oh, that's going to be my new slang. Share the show with people you know. Please. Definitely like every episode that really hits you. I really appreciate it. So, I'm just going to leave y'all with this. Honor your body's energy levels and emotions. If you want to see a difference in your life, look at your life. Look at these past years, look at your patterns. Ask yourself, where's my energy level when I did this? Where was my energy level? Where was my emotions when I accomplished this? Analyze your life. Go through your timeline and look at the things that you have accomplished. Look at the things that you left half done. Ask yourself, why didn't I complete this? Why? Where was my energy and where was my emotions? And if you can do that, then you'll start to realize when your energy level drops and your emotions are not in balance, you start leveling yourself out. And it's only going to benefit not just you, but your loved ones. When you take the time to look at yourself, look at your emotions, look at your energy, and ask yourself why. Why is it low? Why am I not feeling good? And take the steps little by little to change it. You'll look at yourself 3 months from now in amazement. I know my visionary dreamers, that's what they're doing. They're like the ones I've been helping, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so fast. Everything is going so fast. And you know what I told them? I said, because when we first met and when I first planted the seed, I already was in agreement with you. I'm always in agreement. Whenever I talk to people about their dreams and their visions, they share them with me, and I always believe for them. And all they need to do is believe for themselves. And once they get that and they say, I'm ready, oh, it's done because I'm there, you know? Like I said, show up for yourself and I will show up with you. I will show up for you if you show up for you. That's it. I know it sounds crazy the way I said it, but it's the truth. It's just plain and simple. If you show up for yourself and I'm working with you and your project, your dreams and your visions, oh, I'm definitely showing up for you. But your energy got to be up there. I'm not saying that it's going to match mine because mine is a little bit off the radar. And I know this about me. So, but at least just get it up there, Then everything will fall into place. Doors will start opening for you that you didn't even realize will open. Don't look at your circumstances. Don't look at your finances. Don't look at that all this stuff going in my life right now. It's impossible. I don't have the time. If you believe you got the time, you will find a way to make the time. And once you find a way to make the time, more time will open and you'll see stuff getting done little by little. And then you'll look back and be like, oh my gosh, look at how much I've accomplished in a month. Hey, we got 24 hours in a day, all of us. What we choose to do with it is up to us. That's the difference between the movers and the shakers and people that's just, I want this, but I just don't know how to get it. Just do it. Start right where you at with what you have, and everything else will come to you. That's all God wants. You do what you can do, and He will do the rest. Trust me, I know this for a fact. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. For real, I'm really going to leave y'all with that. This is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. Saving you from dishonoring your body energy levels, and emotions. And this is the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life, called Chronicles of Living Podcast show for these extraordinary folks doing the damn thing the best way we can. Until Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, I love you guys. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin-podcast. Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.